Hey guys, John Rettinger here with a review for you of the 2.5 gigahertz 13-inch MacBook Pro. This is the configuration that's going to get you 4 gigabytes of RAM, a 250 gigabyte hard drive spinning at 5400 RPMs, of course 13-inch backlit LED display, and the integrated NVIDIA 9400M video processing card that we've seen, well, in previous generation MacBooks and current MacBook Pros. Unfortunately, I only get this sucker for a few days to review, but in just those few days I've really fallen in love with it. I think at the $1,500 price point, this really is a sweet spot of the MacBook Pro line. You can go for the lower end model, which is going to run you $1,200 or thereabouts, and you can upgrade the RAM and you can upgrade the hard drive to match the specs of this particular model, and actually it'll come at $100 less, but you're not going to get the extra processor bump that you are going to get with this version. I think it really hits a sweet spot for the prosumer, the user that is looking for a little more power than the standard, say, plastic MacBook. If you do a lot of video editing, for example, this is a fantastic machine for you. I'm coming from a baseline of comparison between an older 2.4 gigahertz unibody MacBook and an older iMac, which is about a year old, and the MacBook Pro is significantly faster than both. Video rendering times for exporting video were about a quarter faster. Battery life is stupendous. This generation of MacBook Pros, the battery is completely sealed inside. We saw this originally with the MacBook Air, so there's no way to access the battery and really no easy way to access the hard drive. On the last generation MacBooks, you could get access to the battery and hard drive. You can see right there's a little lever. You push that, this back panel comes off, and you can access and remove your battery and hard drive. But with the convenience of being able to remove your hard drive, and with that gone and having it being sealed in, you have a much more powerful battery. It took me close to 7 hours to drain this battery with normal usage. So the brightness turned down about halfway, Wi-Fi turned on, browsing, watching a few YouTube videos. I'd say typical computer usage, and I really got a very long time as opposed to, say, the 4.5 to 5 hours that I got on my MacBook. So it definitely is a sacrifice you're going to have to make. You can't remove the battery if you're traveling on an airplane and pop a new one in, but you are getting a few extra hours, which for me is well worth it. I've never bought two batteries to swap them out on an airplane. You can get something like the Mac Hyperdrive for an external battery if you need the additional power, but I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So who is this for? I think it's really for everybody that's looking to get a powerful Mac. I mentioned before the video editing. It's going to be great for video editing. The NVIDIA processor is going to be quick for gamers as well. Certainly not hardcore gamers that need high bit rates and the rest of the gaming business, but for the casual World of Warcraft gamer, it's going to perform fantastic. Or a game like The Sims, you're not going to really notice any sort of glitching or slowdown. It's going to run it like a champ. The 4 gigabytes of RAM absolutely make this computer a barn burner. I installed Parallels and put Windows XP on it via virtualization. I gave 2 gigabytes to the Windows partition and 2 gigabytes to the OS X, and things ran side by side blisteringly fast, faster than my current MacBook, which only has 2 gigabytes of RAM. 4 gigs really, I think, is the sweet spot to get ultimate performance out of this portable machine. So why would you want to upgrade to the more powerful model with the dedicated video card? Well, I think the only reason you'd want to do that is if you're doing a lot of 3D rendering or if you are a hardcore gamer. If you don't fall into any of those categories, the 13-inch MacBook is going to be, or MacBook Pro rather, is going to be fantastic for you. It's going to be powerful, and not only that, it's going to take you into the future. I know a lot of PCs, if you buy, there's definitely a little bit of worrying that goes on that it may not be future-proof, at least for the common user that doesn't always manage and maintain the computer properly. You're looking at sometimes a 3 to 5 year window. I think something like this with the, I'm rubbing the computer, you can't see it though. You're going to get a little longer lifespan of a computer like this, something maybe in the 5 to 7 years if you can keep a computer that long. The unibody construction, for those of you that aren't familiar with, it's made out of a single sheet of aluminum. It's got the same feel of really all the aluminum MacBook and MacBook Pros. It feels good and solid in the hand. It's got a nice weight, and you don't feel like it's going to break if you drop it. The backlit keyboard is the same that we've seen before. It's fantastic, and I'm saying that a lot, but it's just a great computer. and I'm really disappointed that I have to give it back. I never felt like my MacBook was underpowered, but having used this for a few days, I can definitely notice a difference. Certainly, I can recommend this to anybody looking to buy a Mac. This is not a Mac versus PC debate, this is just a review of a MacBook Pro model. And if you're in the market for a MacBook Pro, you're getting very good value at this $1,500 price point. So, what do you guys think of the 13-inch MacBook Pro? Do you have any interest in buying one? Did you buy one? Too expensive? You know, what do you think? Leave video or text comments, and I will check them out. Anyway, guys, for exclusive content, be sure to check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. And to learn more about Techno Buffalo, check out technobuffalo.com. See you guys next video. Bye-bye.